Blessings, dear ones. Can you feel the love today? Can you? Can you feel the Shakti cosmic energy right now? Can you feel how close spirit is? Not even close, because spirit is. God is. Nay, God. That's how Yogananda ended one of the chapters in his autobiography of a yogi. He's talking about there's just one reality. God, God is. And then he said, nay, God. That's all we need to know. And if God isn't the right word, spirit. And if spirit's not the right word, we could say reality, truth. We could say maybe just love. Just love. Love is all there is. And so we're going to really understand some stuff this morning. Okay? Thank you for coming on. Let's just uh let's just see who we have as participants. Oh, Victoria. Telling you, one day I want to meet you, Victoria. Let's have a little chat on Zoom. Let me know. You got my info. Wonderful to have you, Mary, Narayan G, Lisa, and Jim. Thank you so much for jumping on the Love Line Express to the divine unmanifest bliss. All aboard the Gita Express to the divine unmanifest. All right? How does that sound? Good morning and love. Thank you, Victoria. I got you. I see you. All right. So we're going to go to page 919 if you don't mind, because that last chapter, verse 19, was a doozy. I mean, every sentence in this whole book of anything that Yogananda put out there was saturated with God consciousness. You know that, right? Any awakened being, whatever they say, it's just or whatever they put out there without words, and just their vibration, just their energy is saturated. It's saturated with only one thing, the reality of God. God is, nay, God. Yeah, love. Love is. Nay, love. All right. So I want us to really open our hearts like crazy, crazy good. And then that will automatically open the mind, which is crazy good. And when the heart and mind are open, now we're ready to receive. We are opening, we're ready to receive. Be loved, beloved, be loved. Be loved, beloved, be loved. So listen, verse 19. When the seer perceives in creation no agent except the three modes and cognizes that which is higher than the three modes or the three gunas, he or she enters my being. So we're about reaching higher than the thinking mind, higher than the emotions, higher than our story and what's on our birth certificate and what's on our license. We're just going transcendent. We're going to rise above this histronics, the hysteria of earth life, my dears. If you haven't really decided that that's what you want, you might want to try, not even try, but want it more. Want it more. I guess when we suffer enough suffering already, then we're going to maybe really get serious about putting into daily practice, into every single moment, every breath, the truth of us. And you're going to see why I'm saying all this when we go over this little commentary by Yogananda on this verse 19. Just as a man and woman understand that she sees emotion, that she sees a motion picture through the instrumentality of an electric beam of light. Do we all agree? And a variegated film, so a perfected yogi and the perfected yogini comprehends. They comprehend. That means they have the realization that the phenomenal worlds, you live in a phenomenal world. Constant flux, constant change, constant ups and downs, darkness and light, good and bad, and so on and so forth, because of the relativity, right? A perfected yogi and yogini comprehend that the phenomenal worlds and their activities. So everything you see outward today, everything you might hear on the news today, everything that what's going on in everything in the whole creation, bar none, is merely gently down the stream. No, merely a dance of shadows and lights. Shadows and lights. A dance of shadows and lights. That's what life is. A dance of shadows and light. So why should we get upset about anything or our feathers ruffled or anything like that, right? Why should we should be totally disassociated and totally disinterested in whatever happens outwardly, because we know that there is just one supreme light. I'm going to read that right, coming right up. There's just one supreme light behind all this, all right? So the yogi and yogini comprehend the phenomenal worlds and their activities are merely a dance of shadows and lights. The relativities or expressions of the three gunas, relativities or the expressions of the three gunas, animated, animated. We're in an animated series here. Episodes after episodes of Earth Lives. Yeah, an animated series it's been. It's animated by what? The supreme light. This thing all becomes this motion picture because of the supreme light. This perception of truth, that there's just a supreme light behind everything, behind the dance of shadows and lights, the relativities or expressions of the three gunas are animated by the supreme light. This perception of truth enables the yogi and yogini to enter into the pure. That's what Krishna says up here. Anyone that cognizes that which is higher than the gunas enters into my being. All right? So are you ready this morning to just put your toes in, at least, into the pure, omnipresent cosmic light beyond all relativity? You ready to put the little pinky toe and then the other toe? This little piggy went to the market. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy went and looked at the cosmic light beyond all relativity. Are you that little piggy right now? This perception of truth enables the yogi to enter into the pure, omnipresent cosmic light beyond all relativity. I got to keep my eye on the little thing. I have my hotspot on because our Wi-Fi has been completely out for a day and a half. So I have my hotspot on, but sometimes it's not so hot and I got to just reboot it. All right. But we're doing okay so far, right? So if we have a little glitch or something, just know it's the relativities. Just just know that it's a dance of the shadows and light. Okay. Anything that happens is the dance of the shadows and light. And all of that is animated by the supreme light, the cosmic light beyond all relativity. So long as we, as man and woman, remains transfixed. Oh, are we ever transfixed when we're watching that ball game? Just talking about myself, right? Transfixed by the cosmic phenomena. As long as we have our attention outward bound in this cosmic phenomena, this dance of light and shadows, we react, and tell me if you all agree on this. We react if we're transfixed on this outer world, on this outer show, this trauma and drama that we're going through, and our story that we keep running, repeating over and over again, right? As long as we remain transfixed by this cosmic phenomena, we react with painful and pleasurable emotions, solidifying in our consciousness. Not that it's already not solidified, because it is solidified, but if you really want it solidified in our consciousness, here's what's solidified in our consciousness right now. The false notion the false notion of the intrinsic validity of the relativities. The false notion, delusion, not real, insubstantial. What does he says later on here? Insubstantial relativities, substantial seemingness. He'll use those words. Insubstantial seemingness. That's the same thing as it's saying that we are, when we are animated by this cosmic light and enables us to enter into the pure cosmic light beyond all relativity. But if we're transfixed on this outer show, we react with painful and pleasurable emotions, solidifying that which is solid, like cement, it seems, in us. Our consciousness having the false notion, of course, we don't think it's false, we just think it's life. We just think that's what it is. Even after years of listening to this Gita, we still, right, are transfixed. But the difference is, before we started 8 years ago, and now there's a little more smile on our faces. How's that? There's a little more, yeah, that's starting to make some sense. I'm starting to hear it now. And then as the world gets weirder and weirder, then all of a sudden we're going to really pay more attention to the truth. Do you see how the play is going on here? Do you see what the director, the divine director, has going on for us? The more suffering, suffering is the greatest prod to remembrance of God, says Yogananda. Greatest prod, suffering. All right? So we react with painful and pleasurable emotions, solidifying in our consciousness, continue to keep that brick solid. I'm just convinced that this outer world is real. The false notion of the intrinsic validity of the relativities. That changes the way it is, right? When really what we want is to be unchanging. We want to be unchanging in this changing world, completely unchanging. But when by the practice of yoga, man and woman frees herself and himself from the reactions of likes and dislikes, from all our reactions, all our responses, all our false notions to reacting to this outer world, the painful and the pleasurable emotions, right? I love this line. In fact, I call the stream this line right here. But when we practice yoga, we free ourselves from the reactions of likes and dislikes. Here's the key. Here's the keynote for today. I'm going to give it to you straight, right here and now. Filling our heart with unchanging, ecstatic, divine joy. In other words, filling our consciousness with what we understand truth is the best we can, and then sustaining that, holding a concentration on that, repeatedly reminding ourselves of the truth, repeatedly, like there's no other game in town today. There's no other thing to focus on but repeated remembrance of what we're talking about right now. While we fill our heart with unchanging, ecstatic, divine joy. You can't experience anything else but joy if your heart and your mind have turned inward into your heart, into your soul, and you're sincere, so sincere, like a little baby wanting to be held by her mother or be, comforted by her mother. So sincere, mama, and then mama reaches down and grabs that little baby and gives her comfort, right? That's how we want to be right now. And so our heart fills with the unchanging reality, which is, what is the unchanging reality? Ecstatic divine joy. Another way to look at that, my dear, some of you have gone through my programs and the so-called steps that we practice, right? The chakra realizations, what's really going on inside each chakra, and we've created an unbelievable transcendental consciousness in each one. And the more we put our consciousness on that transcendental consciousness in each one of those chakras, is called practicing the presence of the divine intelligence or the supreme wisdom or the light that's in each one of those chakras. Every time we do, we get a little more oriented toward that. This is the reality for me. And I want nothing to do with this outer show at all, because my heart is filled with joy. If you don't practice the steps, what does AA say? If you don't work the program, it's not going to work. If we're thinking of the outer world, you might as well write off what we're just talking about. You might as well say, well, maybe tomorrow. Really, really, right? When today is the day, this is the day we make hay while the sun is shining. This is the day that we're listening to this. This is the day we're repeating this again and again, and we will forever. Now, Ryan mentioned this to me the other day. I had a great talk with her, and she said, we're gonna do another round. We're on 14. We're gonna be out of 14 and into 15. There's only 18 chapters, dears, and Ryan saying, let's go around again. You talk about somebody who's totally dedicated, right? Not like you're not all totally dedicated. We are in our own way, right? We're doing our darndest, right? We're doing our best. That's all God is looking for, that we're just in earnest and sincere about it. That's all. And we can smile even though we're buying into the relativity completely. All right? We can still smile. If you're not feeling okay and things aren't okay, it's okay to be okay. All right? You get me? You get what I'm saying? Yeah. What does these 7 new messages say? Amen, brother. Yeah. And then Marty says, good morning, truth seekers. So we're going to get that coming from Yogananda coming right up. I hope we do another round. Me too, Mary, and another round and another round. As long as we are in these physical forms, as long as we can relate to this, as long as our minds are somehow sharpened every day, because when you're in truth, it just takes your whole system and puts you into this fountain of youth. This eternal youth of body and mind abide within me forever and forever. That's the recharging part of that prayer, that every time we recharge a body with cosmic energy, Yogananda's recharging exercises, we're recharging and coming back to our original divine status. Perfect health, radiant health. Om, radiant health, and we are Om. Radiant health, and we are Shakti, Shakti, cosmic energy, Shakti, Shakti, cosmic energy. We are Om. Yeah, that's a little ditty that. See, this is why I made little songs to each one of those chakras and then some songs. I mean, there's a multiple songs probably for each one of our steps. And that's why I do them, because then I have ability to repeat the song, which is so much more fun than just an ordinary thought, right? And it brings back the feeling of when I wrote the song, of why I did it, and what was the feeling in my heart, right? And then the feeling comes back about how I really want to understand. I really want the realization of what I'm focusing on, right? I want to feel the present. I want to surrender to the presence. I want to be in the presence, right? With the presence. Something like that, right? But listen, we want to fill our heart with unchanging, ecstatic, divine joy. Practice your steps like a crazy girl, a crazy guy. Practice your steps. Don't let the mind go off to anything else. If you do that steadily today, as just a little exercise, as just a little, experiment with truth, my dear, that you come back and you put your mind like you've never put your mind, and I mean on every single moment of today. It's possible. And if you're sincere about it, your effort alone is going to fill your heart with unchanging, ecstatic, divine joy. All right, are you ready to experiment with that? Are you ready to experience ecstatic divine joy? I tell you, the practice of the steps. And if you don't know the steps, come and see me. Text me, call me. Dial 111, ask for the one, and tell the one you're my only one. All right? And let's get busy and get our new program up and running, so that we are all just completely don't have any other options but to come on to the program, because we're so in love with each other. We're so in love with the love that's in each other, right? Yeah. It's it's something wonderful is happening to us, my dear. Something very, very wonderful is coming our way. Both Trish and I both had separate dreams last night. Well, yeah, we had separate dreams, but they were they're very spiritual. Both one. We both kind of this morning went, "Wow, you had that?" I said, "Yeah, I had something similar." Wow, I had that. And then someone wrote me from I haven't seen in a long time, someone from the Soul of Yoga, and they say we're talking about someone who had an accident and was hit by a drunk driver, and his brain got kind of rattled, and he's going through that. But he said, "No, you don't understand. I feel the presence. I feel the presence. I feel what truly is the consciousness that we really are." Even though he got hit by a drunk driver and is seriously injured, he had this belief, he had this trust. See how beautiful it is. See how beautiful it is when you are sincere, my dears. So we'll fill our hearts with unchanging, ecstatic, divine joy today by practicing our program. How's that? And showing up to our program, which I hope soon now will be more and more and more. He and she sees clearly from the viewpoint. How do we see clearly, my dears? From the viewpoint centered in God awareness, in the awareness of spirit, in the awareness of truth, in the awareness. No matter what your thoughts are, what your feelings on, forget about it. In fact, I have a nice quote from this guy that was a disciple of Ramana Maharshi, and this is what he said, and it's so good and timely. Yeah, let me grab it right here. Do not, he says, this is Robert Adams, do not allow your thoughts to become greater than you. No, because the awareness is greater than us. The awareness, the soul awareness. Do not allow your thoughts to become greater than you. No matter what your thoughts tell you, don't listen. Don't listen. Practice your step instead. Sing a little tune instead. But don't listen to your thoughts. Remember, your thoughts are not your friend. Your thoughts try to confound you, confuse you, and they will tell you all kinds of things. Do not listen to your thoughts, even your good thoughts. Transcend everything. Go beyond your thoughts to your bliss. Look past your thoughts, says Rumi, until you taste the pure nectar, until you can taste the pure nectar of God's presence. Look past your thoughts. Same thing as Robert's saying here. Transcend everything. Go beyond your thoughts to your bliss, to your joy. There it is, to your joy and to your happiness. Makes total sense, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Do we still have coverage here? It looks like we still have coverage. Let me know if there's something, if of course it won't come up. Yeah, born ready. Look at that, Narayan. Born ready. I love that. I love that. So you understand now a little more today than we did last week, right? A little more. That's all we're doing. Just a little more today. And we've repeated this verse now a couple, three times, right? Only so that we can get a little deeper understanding of how simple this is if we decide that life is simple and we're just going to have one solitary goal, the focus on awareness of the truth, awareness of the loving presence with us right here, right now. Nothing else is allowed. Sorry, not today, to your thoughts. Sorry, not today. Nope, I'm not interested in you anymore when the thought comes in. I don't need you anymore. I now have a higher awareness of something that I really, really want. And I'm empowered by my soul, who is giving me all the ability for that. Because I can't do it on my own. I can't. You can. I'm allowing you, my soul, to help me out with all of this, right? So we see clearly, because our viewpoint is centered in this God awareness, the true workings by nature of the Lord's cosmic, let's put it this way. Well, not we, but Yogananda puts it this way. We see the true workings by nature of the Lord's cosmic cinematography. See, you probably didn't even remember any of this from last week. I know I probably didn't either if I didn't go back and look at it and read it again and again and again and again. You can count on the fact that your mind has been so conditioned into just wandering off, my dears. Just off we go into whatever is distracting us, right? And there is a lot of distractions to be distracted by, right? So, nope, sorry. Just not interested. Neti, neti. Exactly, Narayan. Not this, not that. Neti, neti. And in India, they shake their head when they mean yes. They shake it no. Or not me, and they shake it yes when they mean no. Right? Yeah. So anyway, it gets crazy. No, neti, neti. Not this, not that. Yeah. Goal is home. Home with the om. T-om, right? That's why I have a great name. Take the T off of it, and I'm the om. Remember we used to play with that? T-om, T-om. All right, so now we're on today's verse. All right, but who's Russian? Who's Russian? We're about awareness now and pure consciousness now. So when we say do another round, all we're going to do is continue to do what we're doing now, right? Be more aware, and we have each other's as our support system, as our sponsors. Each one of us is a sponsor to the other person, right? Yeah. And all we see is the divine light in them. All we see is the soul in them. All we see is the beauty of their beingness, right? That's all. And the person can be just in a bad mood and be sharing some not so good stuff. And we go, wait, we don't know. You're kind of out there today. Doesn't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter if you are in your program, if you are practicing your steps. Doesn't matter what the other person's saying, what the other person's doing. It doesn't matter. You're going to see how important that is when we see about this Juvan Mukta, that one who is risen above the gunas, risen above the cinematography that God is putting out here in this outer world, which is he's saying, don't watch the toy show of this earth. Yogananda quotes, don't watch the toy show of this earth. Keep your mind on the divine. All right. Never has it been so true, right? And so perfectly timed and so needed, right? Isn't it? Isn't it? Right? This is why we come together. Mm-hmm. We come together to get her, together, to get her, the cosmic mother who's putting out this Maya. And we get behind the Maya, we get above the Maya, and we're just snuggled up, like Yogananda said, I am my little babe, oh mother, secretly sitting on your lap of immortality. I'll steal my way to heaven, oh mother, secreted on your lap. Yeah, that's all we're going for, is the lap of the cosmic mother. While she's putting all her stuff out, and we're just praying with her that, hey, folks, don't buy into that stuff. Just say no. Just say no. All right. So, verse 20. You ready for verse 20, everybody? Having transcended the three modes of nature, the cause of physical embodiment, a person is released from the sufferings of birth, old age, and death. She and he attain immortality. See, if nothing else, you could put your mind and have a mindset today of how beautiful the truth is, how beautiful is my immortality, is the beauty and the good news that I don't need to have another birth. I don't need to have old age. I don't need to have death. None of it, because I've attained the immortality that is the only truth about me. All right. Nice verse, wouldn't you say? But Yogananda says, listen, by meditation, the yogi This is a reminder. This is something maybe you can copy out when you look at your own book today, page 919. This is verse 20 of chapter 14. All right? By meditation. And thank you, everybody, for your meditation practice. Without that, we're just talking smoke. We're just blowing smoke. Yeah, without the meditation practice. But it's coming. We're getting it back. I'm getting close to, if someone has some technology skills about how you can, I'll just put a little aside here. All right. I've got a new Facebook channel, not a Facebook channel, but a YouTube channel. And I want to do live streams there where we can come to that channel on YouTube, and we have our meditations like we used to come to that channel on FitzGrid that the Soul of Yoga used. But I want to use YouTube because I want to get subscriptions on YouTube's, right? I want to get a lot of people going on that so that we can all have a big, happy, divine, spiritual party for the rest of our days, right? So if someone knows how that's done, I know I can do a live stream on this channel, but I don't know what happens if you got the code to get into this channel, right? If you got the link to get into this channel, if you can come and sit there and meditate with me when I'm live streaming the meditation, right? And then we just park that meditation right there on the channel, and we have all these meditation videos right there. So if anyone knows exactly how to go about it, I think I'm kind of learning, but I need some help. And if someone knows how we can do it, we can experiment until you can come onto that channel and have a beautiful meditation. And then when we just park that meditation, you come back and look at that meditation as we go on. That's the part of the program, is we're going to have those daily meditations. You can watch them anytime you want. How's that? Okay. So that was a word from our sponsor. Our sponsor is our soul. Listen, by meditation, the yogi goes beyond flesh consciousness. Wow. Do you know that when you're scratching in meditation, when the body feels like you're sleeping or whatever else, we all go through those stages, right? That the whole goal is to not even be aware of your body. It was, you know what I mean? It's so simply said. There's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 words. That's all. That's all that was said there. By meditation, the yogi goes beyond flesh consciousness. And the yogini goes beyond flesh consciousness. Oh, I can do that. Yeah. Birth of an avatar. Yeah. Yeah. Ryan says verses 20, birth of avatar. Oh yeah. Verse 20. Yeah. The birth of the avatar. I get you. I get you, Narayanji. Yeah. But listen, did you get that powerful 8 words? By meditation, the yogi or yogini goes beyond flesh consciousness. And thus, beyond prakriti, aka the 3 gunas, aka the phenomenal worlds, aka all the suffering, births and deaths, and traumas and dramas. When we don't concentrate on the flesh consciousness and thus beyond, or go beyond when we're thinking of these, you're practicing your steps, you go beyond. Do you see that? When you go to that first chakra and you realize, I am you, you are all. I am the almighty power spirit. Do you see what you're doing to this brain? You're waking it up, my dears. You're waking it up so that you can easily, easy peasy, go beyond the flesh consciousness. Go beyond the news that you think that you need to watch today. Just to see what happens, right? And you don't need it. You don't need anything except more of this, more of the truth, more of the transcendent consciousness, right? Yeah. If you keep it simple. I love that line, Vinny. If you're on that line, you said that John Wooden, the great coach of uh, the Bruins, the UCLA Bruins for so many years, and he said, keep it simple, stupid. Yeah, that was your line, Vinny. It reminded me of that John Wooden quote. So we're going to go beyond flesh consciousness and thus beyond Prakriti. The cosmic, and here's what Prakriti is. Once again, the cosmic principle whose three gunas, just so you get it really clear, right? This cosmic principle, these gunas, this foul delusion of earth life, right? The cosmic principle whose three gunas create. Remember, we going on beyond flesh consciousness and meditation, but guess who creates the flesh consciousness? The three gunas, the cosmic mother, the Maya. We go beyond no Prakriti when we go beyond the flesh. We are understanding the cosmic principle whose three gunas, this is what the three gunas do. They create the body and the world of change and transitorianness. Transitorianness. That's the foul delusion of earth life right there. This is a world of change and transitorianness. Yeah, and the body. That's what the three gunas is just outward bound. It's outward bound. It's not homeward bound, it's outward bound. Homeward bound is going within. Homeward bound is remembering your steps and practicing your steps like a crazy man and woman today, right? Like the best ever practice ever, right? Getting ready for the Super Bowl, right? No one can touch you, you're transcendent now. There's nothing in this world can make you sad. There's nothing that can flip your attitude from a happy day to a really sad day, right? There's nothing that can touch you anymore. All right? Because we establish ourselves, Yogananda goes on to say, instead of, getting caught in this body consciousness awareness, that Divine Mother creates the body, she creates the world of change and transitoriness. We establish ourselves in our true identity. It'd be a simple question if I asked you, do you want to live in truth or do you want to live in delusion? I think you all would just say truth. Well, now you're learning how. It's not an easy thing. You just can't say, oh, yeah, I'd rather have truth and then not do anything to change your consciousness, right? So we establish ourselves in our true identity, which no earthly changes, no bodily changes, no mind changes, no matter what's happening changes, right? We establish ourselves in our true identity, which no earthly changes can touch or disfigure. Eternal spirit. What's our true identity? Eternal spirit. No kidding. Eternal spirit. Wow. That seems like far out there, doesn't it? Yeah, but the further away that you can get away from suffering and sadness and procrastination and all these things and fear and worry and anxiety, don't you think it would be the better to be as far away from that stuff as possible? Your eternal spirit, your true identity. We establish ourselves in our true identity. And so once again, what is our true identity? Eternal spirit. That's how Yogananda ends his commentary on verse 20. Bang! Bang! Yeah. You want to go to 21? It gets better. Arjuna said, now Arjuna's speaking up. Oh Lord, what signs distinguish the man or the woman who has transcended the three modes? What is that person like? What do you think? You all, what do you think? Arjuna's asking the question. He's the highest achievement of any devotee, the Arjuna in you. You are the highest achievement of any devotee, my dear. That's the Arjuna. That's the true nature of you as a soul. You are the Arjuna. So he's asking, you're asking the question right now. Tell me, Lord, what signs distinguish the person who has transcended the three modes? What is his or her behavior? How does she rise above the triple qualities? Bang! That's a big, 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 big question. And the fact that you would even listen to Yogananda's answer on that one and commentary on that says that you're ready for the big bang. Bang! You're ready for the big bang. If you're even slightly interested in this, do you see how important is these little things, no matter how messed up we are, right? When you can laugh at yourself all the time, this is a quote from me. When you can laugh at yourself all the time, you are enlightened. Isn't that the truth? Yeah, and that's why Yogananda says that spirit is eternal laughter and a joyful heart is his smile. That's why Hafiz says, what is this sound that I'm hearing? This sound of laughter and joy. What is it? Ah, it's the sound of souls gloriously waking up. It's the sound of souls gloriously waking up. Yes, yes, yes. And I'm telling you, this program that we're creating is for the rest of our lives. It's not like, you know what's really sad? And this is, I think, this Teresa of Avila used to say, it's so sad, the goodbyes. It's so sad. One reason why she dedicated her life to God, she said, I can't deal with goodbyes. It's so sad to me. Goodbye, I'll see you later. But there's no guarantee you'll see her later. Either you're gone or they're gone or you're both gone, right? What she said, that was the so there is no more endings. Endings. There's no ending. There's no more endings, my dear. There's no more ending. When you're on the scent of heaven, when you're on the path, the straight and narrow path to your liberation, there's nothing else but that. There's just one focus, right? That's it. Doesn't that make sense? That's just the truth. Doesn't it make sense to just be focused on truth, right? When you know what the alternative can bring to you, right? But do we really know what the truth can bring to us? That's the magical question. That's the energy of a Jivan Mukta, one who has gotten to the stage of complete freedom from the three gunas, right? That's the answer to the question that Arjuna in us has just posed. Oh Lord, what signs distinguish the person who has transcended the three modes? What is his or her behavior? How does she and he rise beyond the triple qualities? It's probably the most important paragraph we've ever read. I'm just kidding. They all are. But I'm saying in the present moment, this is the most important thing you could be listening to right now. Truly, truly. This is the highest thing you can be listening to, from my perspective, my little 2 cents of opinion. That's all. You make your own call. You make the call, right? Let's see the review film. Let's watch the review. Let's see the replay and make sure of what just happened in this phenomenal world of ours, right? Was he inbound or was he out of bounds? Arjuna here calls Sri Krishna Prabhu, 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 meaning Lord or Master. Oh, Prabhu. I love that. I love that. Prabhu. I could call all of you now Prabhu, Lord or Master, because your soul is the Lord and Master. Yeah, just like that. Bang. Don't deny it. Don't deny it. Don't just, shuffle it off. Own it. Own it. In fact, repeat it over and over again. I am Lord. I am Lord. I am Regina of myself. Yeah, that song. I wrote a song on it. Lord of my senses, Lord of my senses. I love what I see. I love what I hear. I love what I smell, taste, and touch. Because when I love what I see, Lord, you are revealed to me. When I love what I hear, Lord, you are revealed to me. When I love what I smell, Lord, you are revealed to me, and taste and touch, Lord, you are revealed to me through my intuition. intuition. I see you through my intuition. I hear you through my intuition. I smell you through my intuition. I taste and touch you. I'm Lord of my senses. Regina. That means king and queen of my senses, or Lord of my senses. Regina of my senses, right? So, Prabhu, nice to meet you, Prabhus. The devotee, realizing her and his divine guru, it was Ramana Maharshi that said the word God, guru, and soul, they're one and the same thing. God, guru, soul. Someone sent around this beautiful video of the lake shrine that someone put together in there. I think the Indian Kirtan group in the Yogoda Society, the Indian uh, chapter of Yogananda's organization in India. And it started by the song kind of went God, Krishna, Christ, Guru, God, Krishna, because they're from India, right? God, Krishna, if it was here, God, Christ, Krishna, God, Krishna, Christ, Guru. Just repeated this beautiful melody. God, Krishna, Christ, Guru. Beautiful. If you haven't seen that little video, let me know. I can flip it over to you. Okay. Beautiful. Come from SRF. I don't know if it came from the SRF here or over in India. All right. So the devotee realizes his and her divine guru as the repository of all wisdom. So as you listen to these words from Yogananda in his commentary here, it's the repository of all wisdom. The repository. You're getting it straight from the horse's mouth, straight from the truth itself. So that devotee realizing his divine guru is speaking now, and we are listening now as the repository of all wisdom, seeks further light. We're seeking further light on the nature of Jivan Mukta, which means one freed while living. Oh, what a focus to have. To be free while living, right? Don't you love that you are so unique, my dears, that are here on this Gita stream right now? So unique. Out of thousands, only one seeks me, it says in Gita. And out of the thousands that seek me, only one finds me as I truly am. It's one of the verses in the Bhagavad Gita that we're studying, right? You realize how incredible you are, my dears? So we are now, as Arjunas and Arjunis, we're seeking further enlightenment, further light on the nature of Jivan Mukta, or one freed while living in a body. It is to be remembered, Yogananda goes on to say, who is saying something from the repository of all wisdom right now as we listen. It is to be remembered that the conversational format of the Gita, the conversation, God talks to Arjuna, God talks to you and me, spirit talking to my soul. There's a whole the song of spirit singing to the soul, or the song of the soul singing back to spirit, right? Yeah. It's to be remembered that the conversational format of the Gita, I look and see if my little thing, my hotspot's still on. Apparently it is. I guess we're getting graced here, my dears. You're getting graced. All right. It's a good thing I have unlimited amount of cellular data. Right? Yeah. So it is to be remembered, says the Guru, that the conversational format of the Gita, when read allegorically, which is the way we're reading it, represents the devotee's inner seeking. Now, who said that earlier? That put it on the chat. Who said that seeking? Yeah, Marty, you win the prize for today. Good morning, truth seekers. And then I said, when you put that up there, I said, we have that line coming from Yogananda. You're right in tune, Marty. Marty Roberts. Good job. Great intuition, Marty. Yeah. So The conversational format of the Gita, when read allegorically, represent the devotee's inner seeking. See, this isn't between someone else and God, or even the people on the stream with you. This is between you and God, you and truth, my dear. There's no other reality. Your oneness with spirit and your oneness with all beings, there's just the oneness we are in, right? So why don't we enjoy the truth more than the disappointments? Or, well, why is the world going through this? Why did the fire start in Los Angeles, right? Why why don't we just keep our focus on the truth, right? That's some way, a good way, probably the only good way that we can rise above the sad feelings and the disaster kind of stuff that this phenomenal world will go through continually until we can rise above and keep our consciousness in the joy. What was that what the name of our stream, right? That we have this, fill our heart with unchanging, ecstatic, divine joy. We fill our heart because we practice our practices every minute of every day, every second of every minute, right? And we fill our heart with unchanging, ecstatic, divine joy. We see clearly from our viewpoint centered in this God ecstasy, right? The true workings by nature of the Lord's cosmic cinematography. Wow. So Yogananda goes on to say that, okay, the allegory represents the devotee's inner seeking, and there's another aspect to inner seeking, communion with your beloved. You're seeking communion, oneness, marriage, divinely wedded to spirit. We are. Let's all have a group wedding soon to spirit. Wouldn't that be great? Yeah. Wouldn't that be great? One new message. Let's see. This is fun. The joy is in the journey. You just topped Marty's quote, Lisa. Let's see if we can top this one from Lisa on the chat. The joy is in the journey. Oh my God. You know what? It's so good. It's so true. It makes me want to just go on with what Lisa just put out there. The joy is in the sadness. The joy is in this disruption. The joy is in the disasters. The joy is in everything. On and on. You could say the joy is in everything, good, bad, and the ugly. We embrace it all. We love it all because we're transcending it all. We're seeing as God sees. We are feeling as God feels. Ooh, we're the wisdom, the same wisdom as spirit. Whew. Wow. What a journey, my dears. So, yeah, it's not just the truth seeking, it's now the communion with God. And the responses that we get from that truth seeking and this undeviating devotion for union with God or communion with God, responses and the responses that we get from that truth seeking and our yearning for this union with all life and God and everything, oneness with the one, right? We receive in the form, we receive the responses we receive are in the form of perceptions of truth. That's what we get in return. We receive God's response to our seeking and our yearning for union with Him and her in the form of perceptions of truth. That means that you can truly, truly be crying your heart out for what's happening and at the same time be in bliss. That's our final chakra, that, you know, it's the crown chakra indeed, but it's also, just a crown chakra is ever new joy, we call it, right? And we say that's what's happening here, ever new joy, ever new, ever new. But the final analysis of all that getting, get samadhi. And that is the pure bliss, the pure bliss. That's what Robert Adams said. Just don't don't listen to your thoughts. Go to bliss, man and woman. Arjuna, metaphorically the devotee of highest achievement. Now, who is Arjuna? You might think, who is this Arjuna? Right? The name's kind of cool and everything, but it's you. It's you. This is all about you. We're talking to you. That's it. Not the next person down the chat line. You. Yeah, the devotee of highest achievement. Don't you feel a little better now? Do you? Gosh, it's 10:55. No kidding. Arjuna, metaphorically, the devotee of highest achievement, through the grace of his Guru, Lord Krishna, through the grace of our Guru, Paramahansa Yogananda, Lord Krishna, Christ, God, Christ, Guru, God, Krishna, Christ, and Guru, God, Krishna, Christ, and Guru. Through the grace of those unbelievable divine consciousnesses, Lord Krishna experiences in the state, through the grace of his Guru, Arjuna experiences in the state of cosmic consciousness. You ready? You ready to what's coming down the pike for you? Right? You'll experience in the state of cosmic consciousness the resolution of all the mysteries of being. The resolution to all of this madness. You're happy and free. I'm so happy and dancing. I'm so happy and free. Spirit and nature dancing together. Victory to spirit, victory to nature. We're so happy and dancing, happy and free. Wow. The resolution of all the mysteries of being. Might be a good place to stop. We got 3 minutes. I'm kind of looking at this next sentence, kind of interesting. We still have a signal, so that is good. We did not get cut off by the delusion. This is, let's just see, according to the devotee's spiritual inclination and degree of advancement, answers from the infinite may manifest. Okay, we'll look at how we're going to accept what we just talked about. The highest achievement, the forms of perceptions of truth, the devotee of a highest achievement that we said we all are, the Prabhu that we said we all are, which is the Jivan Mukta who's risen above the three gunas. And through the grace of the Guru, Lord Krishna, we as the Arjuna and Arjuni experience in the state of cosmic consciousness the resolution of all the mysteries of being. And I think that's a good place to end, right? And the mysteries that we have resolved it all. It's all resolved. We're all free. Yeah, that's part of our, our divine consciousness that we want to hold, this intuitive intuition, right? That we want to say. Have you ever had a day where you just practice being free? Like no duties, that nobody's hounding you about cleaning the house, no one's whatever, and you're just free. And you know what? You can be free in spirit and then do all that stuff and still be free. We could hear the news and still be free. We can deal with the energy that we have when we're so sad about those animals in the hills, right? All that make you cry instantly, right? But we can still be free. That's kind of our learning, one of them. Anyway, I'm just feeling a little teary-eyed, so I think it's time not to say goodbye. There is no more goodbyes, but I'll see you again really, really soon. It's so good. It's true, my dears. All right. Let me know, did you enjoy today? Are you in joy today? And did you enjoy today's Gita podcast, Lovecast, Truthcast? I certainly did. And I don't know if it was because of anything I've done or said, or even what was read here. I think it's because I so love each one of you. And I see you as a friend for life, and that we are not going to be separated, and we're going to continue our journey together. We're going to do another round and another round and another round until we're all in the same assisted living, singing our little love songs together and doing our little love dances. All right. Yeah, Brookie. All of us. It doesn't make sense that you have friends and then you go your way and they go their way. No, friends are meant to come together for forever, right? Together forever. So, and we got plans on that. No, I'm serious. I'm dead serious. I've always been dead serious. That's probably my high class problem. See you all in the mysteries of being, exactly, Narayan Ji. All right. Much love, everybody. If you got anybody that you know is a good techie about what I'm talking about, a YouTube specialist, someone that's already made millions of dollars on YouTube, right? Yeah, you love for God and Guru shines on all of us. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you forever. And it shines right back. It's just, we're just, we have this divine, the spotlight. We're in this in the love spotlight, right? We're a spotlight of love, and so we just shine this. We all shine it. We all shine it, right? It's so gorgeous. It's the same energy. It's the same oneness, right? And we're all in this oneness together. Thrilled to the gills that we are united together forever. Have a beautiful rest of your day. I'm going to keep you posted, and you got to keep me posted too. Any ideas you have. This is getting really, really wonderfully, unattachedly serious, but not serious in the sense of a worldly serious, but serious in the sense of joy. All right. All right. Much love and much joy, my dears. How fun was this? Complete fun.